probably fucking. Yeah. Which, there you go. I can. Oops. Need to pay some minor attention to this, I guess. Jesus Christ, this is gonna be interesting. I will make it work. Okay, best of both worlds. Probably leave it on 2. No, it's not fucking far. What am I even gonna edit? Oh wait, no. Downloads. I got that downloaded? What's that one? I'm not sure. No, that's the big one. What's this one? Just the Fortnite to download. Guess I could edit that. Oh. Pay some attention to this game. A lot of attention. I don't know if my computer can run this much shit at once. So I'll find out. Is this the footage I need to use? Yeah, I did that video. got other footage. Double course Lego is fucking hard, I'm not gonna lie. Oh, there is muted audio. In the middle? Where's the muted audio? Yeah. Why was this area muted? It's the fucking Marvel Rivals home page. Anything's gonna be muted, should be near the start or else. Oh shit, I'm finding Articuno. Oh, you can just keep on retrying this? I don't think he's gonna be like fucking. I'll add that. Be closer. Boy, pull him off and I did like 2.5. Let's see. Probably a bit of tip. Yeah, it doesn't feel as consistent. Good chunk of damage. Fair bit, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, so it's like here that gets muted. Why does that get muted? That makes no fucking sense. Anyway, oh, damn. I don't know if I can beat Articuno. Why? Has 96,000 health. Let me this one. Big. Add. Get rid of tank growth. Towards What's it to there? Do so much fucking damage. Alright. Let's see what I can do with that. Yeah, that's better. Save that as number 2. For 1. Let's go. Remove tank growth, remove pig, add. This uses so much damage. What's it? I guess I can just put it there, as far away as I can get it. Should put like one straight up. That's the only one. That's gonna do so much damage. Alright, let's save that as number 2. Sorry, save that. Oh shit. Oh, I overrode my second. I got to. Luckily, I had a backup. Remove. Add. Perhaps to go there. Or to go there. You go. Oh no. Go there. Okay. Save that as 2 and 3. Alright. Let's try it now. See how much damage, because he's gonna do like 8k damage. I'll switch to number 3 now. He's only doing 1,000 there. I think like max range it is like 8k. Or 11. Yeah, we got it. Beat Articuno. Showed who's boss. Yeah. We beat Articuno. I mean, we kind of cheesed it, but we beat it, so. With only 8 too. Just because Inteleon does so much damage. Everyone's doing a ton. They're all doing their work, man. But. Oh, well, I guess I'm just gonna. Oh. Move, add. Review, and then add you. Deploy you here, deploy you here, and set you guys as number 5. You're number 5 on. W. Do that. What's it doing? Right, I want to see if there's any other. It's just so fucking weird. Anyway. Is it that one? I'd already download that one. Yeah, that might be that one. Okay, probably don't need to download it then. Re-download it. I guess it's been a minute since I've played it. Alright, that's fine. I'm fucking sorted. Lock in. Lock in, chat. Okay. Going even editor. Oh, yeah. It's a little bit more entertaining. Turn fucking auto on. Did Did I get it? I got an achievement, didn't I? Don't really care about achievements. Fly slowly 10,000 times. Defeat Articuno. Okay, well. Guess I didn't get anything special for it. That sucks. Anyway. I beat Articuno! Kinda cheesed it, but hey, W's W. Alright, this sounds like some How you doing, buddy? Hello, mister. Cat has decided to join me. Haven't you? Hmm? Those cuddles. Editing videos while I do this. So, feel free to yap to me. Stinky breath. Drink a breath, Kobe. I didn't change the color of my chat. Oh, I didn't even put chat on this one, huh? Add display capture. Media source. Here we go. Twitch chat. Clear. Heck is it? Fuck, I can just go there. Enjoy that, I guess. Okie dokie. I think this video is going to take less time, I thought, because I'm not going to go through this whole fucking thing. It's just going to be basically a vlog, but it's just basically what I'm fucking doing right now, so. I could cut this down to the more interesting stuff, but I mean, it's... honest, that's fine. That'll do. That'll do, donkey. That'll do. I'm gonna get a couple videos done tonight. Fucking W. W. I should change my thing. Outros. Oh. This is gonna take a while to fucking sort itself out. It's unfortunate. Oh, it is struggling. The fire. Christ. Render that. That's gonna take a fucking minute. How long is this gonna fucking take? It's a 3-hour video. Pokepath TD. Here we go, we're about to double the viewership. Pokepath TD. Wow, not quite. Close enough though. I should try and beat some of these. Not getting any more stars, which is sort of not ideal. Figure out 1, 2, pretty good. Very beat Articuno, so it's something I need to do. Just cross and take forever. It's smaller. On fire. It's not far off. That's not what I meant to do. Guess I'm working on a thumbnail. Fuck, I did not want to do that. Goddamn pain in the ass. Love it. Just be able to see chat. What? Fuck off. My cat's sleeping behind me. Okay, what I need is actually I can reuse image. It's gonna make any freaking difference. Upload. Oh wait, now I go further in the game. I should probably screenshot from the tools. Why is the computer still fucking operating at the moment? Hour and a half it thinks it's gonna take? Fuck me. Jesus Christ. Oh well. Oh. This thumbnail is gonna be a bit of a lie, but fuck that, right? Nothing wrong with works. Let's just see how long it's gonna take. You can see chat better. W. But it's still the dopiest fucking face I think I've ever made. Holy shit. What's going on? Oh, it's gonna take a minute to get a fucking. There we go. Move the background for me. Font's not that readable. Yeah, pick a different font. Let's go with my normal one. It's fine, I'll make it. Just this a bit. That's alright. Corsola kind of carries. I'd love to know my all-time stats on like damage. Should I just get more eggs? We get items. Way back. Oh, classic. My first one. Magikarp? No way. Oh, is Gyarados good? Surely. That bitch Magikarp. Only Magikarp has good damage. They have like no damage. Splashes. Oh, there. Hour 11. Oh my god, look at the increase in power. Holy shit. Has a ring. Double damage to armor. Okay. Fuck, we'll just upgrade Gyarados a bit. Holy shit, it does some damage. And double damage to armor? That's actually pretty good. I don't know if I'll use it, but maybe if a boss has like armor, gonna kick ass. Got myself a Gyarados. Remoraid. Oh, the goat! I got my goat. The fucking goat himself. Remoraid. My king. He has massive range. I'm not gonna get rid of Remoraid. Ain't really fucking doing anything. It's not a little bit, I guess. Remoraid has crazy distance. Like, put him here and he hits like all of here. All of here. It's so good. Oh, I got double Corsolas though, and they kind of do the same. With the slow effect. Corsolas probably one of my favorite. Corsola Remoraid. It's gonna go fucking crazy. Time to get rid of Tangrowth. Slow effect only really helps Charizard do more damage. But even then, he's only attacking ones that aren't burnt, so it's not doing, I don't know. Let me move you. Come on, boy. Octopus. It's number 5, right? Yeah, 7 is number 5. Let's... Yeah. That's... For this map, especially, his range is fucking perfect. Until they get right up in front of him, but like these guys still hit, so. Artillery's a fucking beast. You get a Remoraid? I mean, normally if I catch a Remoraid, I'm not exactly excited, but in this game, Remoraid's a goddamn machine. I'll probably stream for that long anyway. I had another video, but rendering takes a while. 490. His attacks are not super fast, but they're not slow as fuck. Like, Jesus Christ! Look at Omastar. Omastar's a fucking machine, dude. Because when he's in water, he does double damage. Oh no, not double damage, twice. He attacks twice as fast, so I guess that basically is double damage. Yeah, whatever. I went through and give a shit. God, look at my boy. To be fair, if I had a mountain spot here for Aggron would be doing so much damage. Let me deal with that. Omastar also can't do damage until they get like catches up that. I need there's 550 per hit. And because of his passive, with Swift Swim halves recharge time, so he's attacking you very well. So 1.7 seconds. Pretty sure you can also go onto rocks, like anywhere, but except for the grass. Pretty good damage there. Horsel's great against these Dojo, especially with the Ditto, so it's getting them twice. But it gets 2 seconds for a slow effect. Yeah, for 2 seconds, that's insane. It'd be good if there was an item that doubled slow effects. Go and level up. Come on. How fast is Italian's attacks? Okay, it's pretty slow. If he attacked quicker, he'd be like broken. He already is really good. What the hell was that? I have this set up just to beat Articuno. That's all you need. Well, Stickers and Teleon does like 10k damage when they get to here. Let's see if we can beat him again. Look at that. Oh, I don't even know if we beat him this time. Damn, we didn't beat him the second time. Alright. Let's retry it. The slow effect does work. It's just not super effective. Oh, okay, this one's worked way better this time. So up to 3. Oh yeah, he's gonna be dead when he gets around the corner. Nice. Yeah, I guess I should try a different map. Dude, this one, I don't know what my team's gonna be like for this, because I'm gonna have to take Omastar out because there's no water for him. Also is fine. And I can, like... It's okay, I guess. I'm gonna have to take Omastar out, which sucks. Charizard can go at the front. Aggron up here is actually insane. It's pretty range. Yeah, I'm gonna have to change my team around. Notice, yeah, I can only go on the water, that makes sense. Oh yeah, bring you back in. Get rid of you, unfortunately. Get rid of you. Add you. I assume that's a slow effect. Lycanroc can come back in. It's kind of just the back of the grass, really. There is an item I can get for him though, so I might have to do that. How long has this been stuck for? Okay. It's caught up. Ish. I don't know who else I would bring. Oh wait, auxiliary can go any... Oh no, he's only on the water, that sucks. Oh, I can put Coffee back. Oh wait, this is the squad at the moment. You go there, Lycanroc, you're on the grass. So I can get you the item. Grumpig, you can go... Actually, no, let's get rid of Ditto there. Grumpig goes... there. And then Ditto, you... Not bad there. Yeah, not really good there. Yeah, we'll put you there. Alright, we'll give it a go. Still be better than what I've attempts in the past, I guess. Yeah, I would have left on that. I don't even open up my energy drink, bro. How you doing, buddy? Come here. You watch you play automatically? Do the easiest thing possible? Once you When you talk to the camera, we'll talk to the microphone. Hello. Hello, everybody. Very cuddly today, aren't you? Yeah. So affectionate. Got a fat cat. Pokepath. Got a video rendering. What else could I possibly need? What are you doing? Why are you staring at me? Stinky. Could be brushing you right now. You got so much fur. Shedding so much fur at the moment, aren't you? Like I'm already covered in hair. Just from normally patting you. You little shit. You little turd. Yeah. God damn, I got artillery. I can't even use him on this map. I'll try and find some other broken Pokemon. Oh yeah, go be a legend, download Viking Rise for me. I honestly don't really mind if you try playing it or not, but just download it, help me out. An absolute legend thing to do. It is actually kind of fun though. I tried it out myself. I haven't played it on stream yet, but tried it out just on my phone, downloaded it. And yeah, I actually enjoyed playing it. It was kind of like an old game I used to play. That got taken down. It was like a Hobbit game. Like Lord of the Rings on the Hobbit. It's pretty good. This one's been pretty fun so far. Oh, what town hall like? Whatever they call it. There's your fur falling out all over the place. On board like me. Yeah. Hairs everywhere. He's a happy little man. You're a happy little man. Wait, don't you bite me? Don't you bite me? You little turd. Having a nibble? Having a little nibble? You want another one? Yeah, that's what I thought. Little shit. What? Yeah. You don't bite me. You're sorry, are you? Yeah, you didn't mean to. Hell. Waiting for me to give you more food, aren't you? Yeah. See, I can't rip any packs if you're sitting on me. Rip a cheeky pack. No one's here to watch me rip a cheeky pack, but... That's alright. Do it for me. I'll do it for YouTube. Because you might be seeing this. You'll be able to watch yourself later. Yeah. You'll be be on the TV. I leave YouTube on for my cat all the time. Because you watch the TV, don't you? Yeah, you like TV, Tom. Whenever I go to work, I just leave the TV on for him. There's some sound on for him, basically. He does actually watch it, which is... I don't know why. You don't know what's going on. There's colours and noises. Do you? You know what's going on? You know what's going on, little man? Oh, not so little. Although, I've seen some street cats that make you look little. You're big. Fat. Inky. Aren't you? My arm is getting tired from holding you, Colby. Yeah. What are you doing? Going down. Okay. Good. Now I can just upgrade my Pokemon. And rip it back or two. There's some Chinese ones on it. I don't really know what to upgrade. I can upgrade like because it's kind of low. Is this item? No. No. Wait, did I already buy the item? Data. Wait, I'm gonna take you out. Add an item. Field terrain instead behaves as grass. Oh yeah, I can put him in a field. Staraptor can go up there, it's basically the same thing. Now he still gets his double damage. I wonder if there was one that lets a water Pokemon go on land. That'd be helpful. I can buy some of these cheaper ones. Field terrain instead of... What did I just say? Okay, cool. Well, I can get that and then use my Omastar right here, and you'll be doing. Oh my god, that is so good! Can I get like 6 of them? Yeah, I love that his range is all the way out there. Can I up his range even more? I'm not. Yeah, I don't. Maybe not. I can do more damage. I have to say I have 50,000 for this? Oh, that's insane. I want to focus on teleporting place at the cost of reducing stacking damage. Interesting. I'll see around. Around 39. Yeah. I'm able to watch this on 3 different spots on my computer right now, and I couldn't read it. Still there. Now it's getting as much air as it can. The other thing I could do is put a fan onto it, but I'm not going to do that. I'm not sure where a fan is that I can use. Yeah, I'd probably just get rid of Tangrowth, to be honest, to bring back Omastar. If those two, like, that prick and Omastar are going nuts. Insane. I hope this works, because if I can put, like, I mean, Octillery would be good. Octillery would probably be better in the mountain, though, because it's got crazy range. I mean, actually, I don't know, he might not fit that well on this one. Maybe, like, where Staraptor is, because he'd probably cover here. Like, this whole area. Mouse. I don't know if that's a glitch. Oh, it doesn't show up on the... Okay, well, as long as... whatever. On my laptop, I can see the mouse right here. The mouse cursor just sitting. Right where mine is right now. Anyway. I wish you could make it even faster, because it takes forever. Like, this is double speed, or sped up twice. I don't know how fast it actually is, but I wish you could do like 10 times speed, just blitz through the rounds. It takes forever. Just needs to have a little bit more range. If a spot was there, it'd be perfect. Why can't there be spots all along there? Yeah, that sucks. Oh well. That's what it is. Slug my nuts! Slugma. Get him, Slugma. Speed demon himself. Incinerating the planet as it slugs across the... slides across the dirt. Is it Macargo? I don't know if... I think Macargo is supposed to be like as hot as the sun. As hot as the surface of the sun or something crazy like that. Crazy Pokemon stats. Let me, because I'm bored, let me get some crazy Pokemon stats up. Here we go. Crazy Pokemon facts. Why does Red Bull have 10 Pokemon facts you probably didn't know about? Why does Red Bull care? Okay, 25 interesting Pokemon. Oddities that are fun to know. Electros and its pre-evolutions have no type weakness. Yeah, because it has Levitate. And the only thing that would be super effective against a completely electric type is ground type. And if you have Levitate, well, then it can't fucking hit it. So... Weedle's the only Pokemon that can't learn normal type moves? What? Can't learn a single normal type move. No TMs that work on Weedle, and it can only learn Poison Sting, String Shot, and Bug Bite. Huh. Interesting. That actually is more interesting than the Electros thing, because I've already known the Electros thing, but I did not know that Weedle couldn't learn any normal type moves. It only learns 3 moves: Poison Sting, String Shot, and Bug Bite. That's actually interesting. Arbok has 6 different patterns. I do remember reading about that. Like it's like chest. It's got 6 different faces on it. The patterns on Arbok's chest vary depending on which region it's from, apparently. 6 varieties have been confirmed according to Pokedex, but other varieties have appeared in the Pokemon manga. The manga Arbok is capable of changing its pattern at will. Interesting. I wonder if that's like... Oh, I guess if someone wrote it in the manga, it's probably true. Zapdos and Jolteon have nearly the same name in Japanese. Interesting. If you're a Western fan, you may not have realized that Zapdos and Jolteon have basically the same Japanese name. In Japan, Zapdos goes by... well, I can't read that in Japanese. I've been learning a little bit of Japanese, but I don't know much at all. But basically, translates to Zapdos in Japanese translate to thunder, whereas Jolteon translates to thunders. So, yeah. Ditto's catch rate is special. Ditto's the only Pokemon with a catch rate of 35. However, in generations 3 and 4, the catch rate changes to match whatever the Pokemon transforms into. I thought it kept that same thing. Oh, okay, so I guess they got rid of that after Gen 4. That's cool. Interesting fact. Not as interesting as the Weedle one. That still kind of blows my mind that it can't learn any normal type attacks. Ice is the rarest type. Yeah, it's also kind of dog shit. Issues later, like Steel or Dark type. It's actually one that's been around from the start. Yeah, because you had Lapras and Jinx for ice types. As Pokemon Sword and Shield, there are only 51 ice types. I didn't exactly add a ton of them. It added Excalibur. It's like it. No, they would have added more. I don't know what newest gens ice types are. Female Zero used to evolve into male Marrow. What? That was possible? You would think that if it started out a female, it would stay that way when it evolved. Prior to Pokemon X and Y, that wasn't always true. What the hell? For a Zero, due to coding mechanics, 1 of every 3 female Zero evolved into a Marrow. A male Marrow. Why? Because 75% of a Zero are female, but only 50% of Marrow are but only 50% of Marrow are. Gender isn't connected to evolution, but to personality value. Huh. That's bizarre. Heatran is the only legendary Pokemon with a 50-50 gender ratio. What? They have no gender, or always male or always female. Heatran is no exception. It has a 50-50 chance of being either female or male. By its human ratio, Heatran still can't breed. Yeah, well, you can't breed legendaries. But I didn't know there were. I thought legendaries are supposed to be 1 of 1. That's why they're normally genderless. Anyway, Coughing and Wheezing used to be named after American cities. The beta version of Red and Blue, Coughing and Wheezing were originally named NY and LA, respectively, being New York City and Los Angeles, of course. 2 largest cities are associated with heavy pollution. Makes sense. I guess they didn't want to piss off China, so they call it Beijing. That would have been worse at the time, and probably still is. But yeah, LA and New York are pretty bad. Just because they got so many people. Definitely worst cities in the world, but kind of up there. It's technically possible to get 2 Spinda with the same pattern. Right. Yeah, okay. Spinda's Pokedex entry claims that each Spinda has a completely unique spot pattern. However, its pattern is determined by its personality value, which is a 32-bit number. The odds of finding a Spinda with any particular pattern are 1 in 4,294,967,295. These are extremely long odds, but not completely impossible ones. Yeah. the odds that they exist, that there are files, save files, or in someone's box, that they have identical ones, probably extremely low, because how many people collect Spinder, but I guess not completely impossible. The 11th. Abominable has the longest English name. Really? It is a bit of a mouthful, I guess. Realize that Abominable has a long name just by reading it, but you may not have known the longest English name or have any Pokemon. Yeah, longest English name of any Pokemon. Yeah, you do, I guess. Fun facts. Pokemon have the longest and shortest cries. Each Pokemon has a cry, or the noise it makes when it appears in battle. The longest cry, which goes for 2.238 seconds, belongs to Jinx. And the shortest cry, which is 0.181 seconds, is Pidgey's. Cool fact, I guess. Meowth is the only Pokemon with more than one regional form. Yeah, it's got Alolan and it's got Galarian. Currently. I haven't even been paying attention to this. But I'm at wave 70, so I've increased, I guess. So I have to, yeah. I haven't made any, like... Just restart. I'm just grinding. Fucking... And reading facts, yeah. Alolan Dark type and Rowdy Steel type. Currently, yeah. The champ isn't wearing underwear. It looks like it's wearing briefs, but it's actually those black markings as part of its skin. Okay, I guess. Pretty convenient that it evolves to look appropriate by human standards. The belt it wears, however, is an actual belt. According to lore, it's lore from the official Pokemon website. The power belt is meant to hold back its energy. I guess that makes Machamp's belt kind of like Kenpachi's eye patch. Oh yeah, from Bleach, which I have been watching recently. So Kenpachi, what's his last name? I can't remember. Little pink-haired girl always just calls him Kenny. Smeagol can't use Sketch to copy Chatter. Okay. Smeagol's signature move Sketch is supposed to be able to copy any other move in the Pokemon world, but there is a notable exception, Chattot's signature move Chatter. The reason has never been clarified, but it might have been due to the fact that in Generations 4 and 5, players could use the move to record a personalized cry for Chatot. Smeagol didn't have the programming to do this, but even when the functionality was removed from the games, Smeagol still could not learn Chatter. Smeagol also can't learn Struggle or the Shadow moves from Pokemon XD, likely because these moves cannot be learned naturally. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Why would you want to copy Struggle? It's a terrible move. That's interesting. So in Gen 4 and 5, you can get Chatot to you can change Chatot's cry. I didn't know about that. I guess I never really used Chatot. So Articuno, known as the legendary Pokemon. I do know that because despite not being a legendary Pokemon, Articuno still bears the title of one. It also appears in an engraving next to the 3 legendary birds. Some people think that this means that Articuno was actually meant to be part of the legendary bird trio, but was eliminated for species consistency. However, this is a fan theory and hasn't been substantiated. Yeah. Articuno's shown up in a few things, so... I mean, it's just an awesome Pokemon, let's be honest. Maybe they had an idea for legendary dogs, which they then used in Gen 2, maybe? Went with the birds first, and had an idea for Arcanine, which... I mean, Arcanine's kind of similar to Entei. Just, Entei's kind of cooler. Pokemon found in trees at night may be asleep. Generation 2 introduced a time-based system that changed gameplay during daytime and nighttime when a player used Headbutt on a tree and encountered a Pokemon at night. Pokemon who weren't nocturnal might begin the battle fast asleep. Oh, I do remember that, yeah. I think that happened to me once or twice. Not with it would be that often that I would try and knock a Pokemon out of a tree to encounter it. But I do remember that happening in Pokemon Gold. Fucking years ago, but yeah, I do recall that. And I think in remakes as well, Heart Gold and Soul Silver, I think I remember that happening once. While Mewtwo are programmed to hold the Berserker Gene in Gen 2, what? Playing Gold, Silver, and Crystal, you are never going to encounter a Wild Mewtwo. Despite this, Wild Mewtwo is still programmed to hold an item called the Berserker Gene. This item raises the user's attack stats by 2 stages while also causing confusion for a staggering 256 turns. Because this item is exclusive to Mewtwo, it can't be obtained in-game. Even if a glitch causes the Wild Mewtwo to appear, the Berserker Gene disappears as soon as it's used. So it disappeared during the battle. Oh, that's actually kind of cool. I had no idea about that. So if you ever play Gold, Silver, and Crystal on a ROM and hack in a Mewtwo encounter, then it'll be confused, basically. It'll be strong and confused, so if it hits you, good luck. Young couples sometimes train suggestive or romantic Pokemon. Okay, yeah, an Onix and a Cloyster, that's interesting. Pokemon game, in the Pokemon games, there's a trainer class called Young Couple, which consists of a young man and a young woman, obviously head over heels for each other. Right. Sometimes they express this through their Pokemon, like the ones who have Volbeat and Illumise, or 2 love discs. In one particular suggestive case, the woman has a Cloyster, while the man has an Onix. I mean, you can picture that. We all know what Cloyster looks like. This little horn clit. And Onix is obviously a big old snake. So, yeah. Spearow is colorblind. Why would they even include that? Anyway, in the real world, birds usually see more colors than humans, not less. Spearow apparently didn't get the message. In an early episode of the anime, Spearow's perspective is briefly shown as it tries to attack Ash and Pikachu. Vision is black and white. While this doesn't necessarily mean that all Spearows are colorblind, that one definitely was. Interesting. I don't say I remember that, but that's still kind of cool. Cleffa has the shortest Japanese Pokemon name. In Japanese, it's called Pi. P-Y. P. I don't know how to pronounce it. I don't know if it's Pi. P. I guess you can just watch the Japanese version of Pokemon and that has a Cleffa in it, you'll find out pretty quickly. Most common Pokemon type is Water type. Makes sense. Most common Pokemon type is Water type. So far there are 144 Pokemon as of the Sword and Shield genre or era. There would have been yeah, a decent amount added in Skull and Bar as well. AZQ has 6 different identities. Yeah, I already did that one. All the different bases are different. They all have different personalities. When it evolves into Exeggutor, it fuses into a single unit. Well, not quite, because it's 3 heads on an Exeggutor, but I'm sure you did your research. Ivysaur evolves differently from other second stage grass poison Pokemon. Most second stage grass poison Pokemon evolve using a stone like a leaf stone or sunstone. Ivysaur is a sole exception, evolving by leveling up. Yeah, that makes sense because it's a starter Pokemon. But no other grass poison Pokemon evolve by leveling up. That's interesting. And kind of cool, actually. That's interesting. I'll no fighting electric type Pokemon. So far, there have been no examples of an electric fighting Pokemon. Okay, well, this is old because Pormo is fighting electric type, so get shit on. It's no longer valid. Twenty things you didn't know about Pokemon. 20 things you didn't know about legendary Pokemon. Let's just fucking do that one. Xerneas can grant immortality. Xerneas is an immortal Pokemon that has lived for thousands of years. It sometimes sleeps in the form of a tree, like the World Tree, but when it's awake, it can use its branch-like antlers to bestow immortality to others. It's unknown how many people and Pokemon have benefited from this. Could this be why Ash never seems to get any older? I doubt it. I think that was more of a hollow wish. But okay, that explains why, what's his name, Z? The dude that has the eternal, Floette. Why he is thousands of years old. I guess he was granted immortality by Xerneas. Is that his lore? Because I've never really looked it up or like tried to find out. Rayquaza eats meteorites? Rayquaza spends most of its time living in the ozone layer. Living there doesn't have a whole lot of food options. Some Pokédex entries state that it feeds on water and atmospheric particles, but others have a more intense view of Rayquaza's diet. According to these entries, Rayquaza eats meteoroids. Meteoroids? Meteors? Oh, fucking okay. This is what gives it energy it needs to Mega Evolve. Okay, I guess that makes sense because you need the meteorite thing to get it to Mega Evolve. Lugia lives underwater to protect others. Though it might not look like it, Lugia is actually an extremely dangerous Pokemon. One flap from its wings can cause a 40-day storm. In order to keep others safe, it spends most of its time gliding silently at the bottom of the ocean. The Titans may represent different eras. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Ice Age, Stone Age, and Iron Age. 6 legendary Titans include Regigigas, Regirock, Registeel, Regice, Regidrago, and Regieleki. Other than their leader Regigigas, each one is said to represent different eras in time. Regirock represents the Stone Age, while Regice represents the Ice Age. Registeel represents the Iron Age, of course. Regidrago, a dragon type, may be inspired by the Mesozoic era, while Regieleki stands for the modern age. While Regigigas would stand for like a prehistoric time, like a when all the continents were together. Patagonia? I think it's Patagonia. No, Pangea, sorry. I don't know. Song, I think. Moltres heals itself with lava. Moltres is a powerful Pokemon who can usually avoid severe injury, but if it does ever find itself in need of healing, there's a spectacular method of doing so. It dives into a volcano and uses the lava to deal with its injuries. Interesting. Latios can project images into people's minds. Yeah. That's not that cool of a fact, but it is one that I think I've already known because I've watched the movies with Latios. It's useful since although Latios can understand human speech and emotions, it can't actually speak, shares images from its own mind with humans via psychic projection. Yeah, it uses psychic stuff. Kaiju roar is used for Palkia's voice. When Palkia appears in the anime, its roar may sound familiar to Godzilla fans. That's because they used a sound clip from Kaiju named Mecha King Ghidorah, who appeared in 1991 Toho film Godzilla vs. King Ghidorah. Mecha King Ghidorah, okay, interesting. Can't say I've ever watched Godzilla vs. King Ghidorah from 1991, but yeah, if you have, there you go. Don't need to do that. I need my microphone. Ho is said to fly continuously. Though Ho's Pokédex entries do say that it has a home base at the end of a rainbow, it also says that Ho never stops flying. Anyone who is lucky enough to see Ho experiences great joy, so it's possible that it's motivated by selflessness. Oh, what a good guy. Mewtwo has 2 different origin stories, really? How is Mewtwo created? The answers to that depend on the source. According to the scientific logs found in the Pokemon Mansion Cinnabar Island, Mewtwo was created through genetic experiments that were performed on a pregnant... What? These experiments resulted in a superpowered Pokemon with a brutal mindset. Every other version of the story describes Mewtwo as a test tube creation that used Mew's DNA. The end result was the same for Mewtwo, but for Mew, it's a wildly different experience. Yeah, There's probably a good reason they scrapped that, because Mew... Yeah, I think they tried to bury that. I don't know if they kept the same logs or if they updated, I don't know. In any of the more modern games. Reshiram values truth while Zekrom values ideals. Both Reshiram and Zekrom are willing to help humans who want to rebuild the world. However, they have very different ideas about who they'll help. Zekrom will help those who want to build an ideal world, although what those ideals consist of isn't clear. Meanwhile, nothing is more important to Reshiram than the truth. It will only help those who are committed to honesty. Interesting. You don't go up there. Wherever else you want, just not on the desk. Okay, I guess that makes sense why, and I think they both helped N. Interesting. Naming them presents a special challenge. According to Junichi Masuda, naming legendary birds is harder than naming other Pokemon. Why? Because the majority of the legendary Pokemon have the same names in every translation. This means that the Japanese name can't only work in Japanese, it also has to work in Korean, English, French, Spanish, Chinese, and more. Names are sometimes changed. For example, the legendary bird trio went from being named Fire, Freezer, and Thunder to the names Americans are familiar with. The idea is that the name should be universal. Oh, okay. Interesting. Yveltal is the only Pokemon who doesn't need a TM to learn Focus Blast. Really? Learns Focus Blast naturally? Didn't know other Pokemon couldn't learn Focus Blast. That's interesting. Focus Blast is a damage-dealing fighting type move. Has a chance of reducing the target's special defense stats. It's almost exclusively learned as a TM, but with one notable exception, the legendary Pokemon Yveltal. When Yveltal hits level 75, it learns this move naturally. Did not know that. Okay. Actually, kind of cool. The legendary beasts were resurrected by Ho-Oh. Yeah, I know that. I mean, you learn that if you've ever played a Gen 2 game. After Ekritique City's brass tower burned down, Ho-Oh resurrected the legendary beasts Suicune, Entei, and Raikou. It's not clear whether they already existed or if Ho-Oh revived them from other non-legendary Pokemon. Well, the story goes that there were three Pokemon in fire. I always assumed they were Vaporeon, Jolteon, and Flareon. And I don't know if that's what they say in the game, but it lines up with, Suicune, Raikou, and Entei, so... maybe that's just what I always pictured, or was it actually fact that it was those dogs? I don't know. The latter seems more likely since each of them represents events that befell the tower itself. Entei represents the fire itself, Raikou represents the lightning that struck the tower and caused the fire, and Suicune represents the winds and rain that eventually helped put the fire out. Yeah. Interesting. Eternatus has a 100% catch rate. Legendary Pokemon are notorious for being hard to catch in the game. Eternatus is an exception. As long as you get through the battle with Eternatus without passing out, any Pokeball that you throw at it is guaranteed to work. Maybe because the fight against Eternatus is so heavily embedded on the Pokemon Sword and Shield story mode. Yeah, pretty much. And because you have to, kill it to be able to catch it. So, don't. Tapu Lele is known for its cruelty. I'll be back on the Eternatus then, because if you don't, it would get away and just keep causing havoc, basically. So again, lines up the stuff. Tapu Lele is known for its cruelty. Tapu Lele is one of the guardian deities from Pokemon Sun and Moon. It's known for showering the land with glowing scales. These scales can heal illness and injury, but they can also cause serious damage when used in excess. Even if humans and Pokemon suffer greatly from its actions, it doesn't really care. That's why its Pokedex entry describes it as hideously cruel. Some of Groudon and Kyogre's stats are reversed. Yeah, because they're like supposed to be the opposites of each other. Makes sense. Groudon's a physical attacker, whereas Kyogre is a special attacker. So, what are the actual stats here? So, Kyogre's special attack and special defense and defense are reversed. So while Kyogre has an attack stat of 100 and special attack of 150, Groudon has the opposite. Kyogre's defense is 190 and his special defense is 140. This is also reversed for Groudon. Yeah. One's better with specials, one's better with physical. Yeah. Shocker. Forces of nature are based on Japanese gods, that'd be Thunderous, Landorus, and Tornadus. Though many legendary Pokemon have godlike features, most are not explicitly based on specific gods. That's not true for the forces of nature. They first appear in Pokemon Black 2 and White 2. Were they not in Pokemon Black and White? I did not know that. Named Tornadus, Thunderous, and Landorus. These Pokemon are based on Fujin, the Kami god of wind, Rajin, the Kami god of thunder. Or the Kami is god, sorry, my bad. Fujin, the Kami of wind, Rajin, the Kami of thunder, and Inari, the Kami of earth. What? Oh, I guess that's supposed to be like the ground or the earth. Or fertility, I think they've just got the Y. Which most gods of fertility are typically gods of like nature and the ground or earth, basically. The Crown Tundra is crawling with legendary Pokemon. Yeah, no shit. There's only one place in the Pokemon world where you can potentially capture every legendary Pokemon. That's the Crown Tundra. This area can be accessed by buying expansion packs Pokemon Sword and Shield. There you can encounter all 46 legendary Pokemon from early generations through Dynamax battles. You can also catch a few new legendary Pokemon, including Glastrier, Spectria, Calyrex, Regieleki, and Regidrago, as well as legendary as the Galarian forms of the legendary birds. You need both games, but yeah, you can. Although maybe can you get all of them in Scarlet and Violet's the Indigo Disc DLC? I can't remember, because I haven't actually gone and bought them all. I already knew this one. Suicune can purify water. One of Suicune's most impressive abilities is that it can purify even the filthiest, most polluted water. One of the reasons that it travels the world, it's looking for water that can benefit from its powers. Yeah. So we'll just keep on trying to fix the world that we have destroyed. Basically. That's a lot of Slugmas. Gremlins. Yeah. I should upgrade him. Yeah. There are no bug-type legendary Pokemon. I guess mythicals don't really count. Sorry bug-type fans, but as of Pokemon Sword and Shield, there are no legendary bug-type Pokemon. There is a loose exception to this. Silvally can turn into any type if it's holding the right memory, but that doesn't really qualify as a legendary that really comes to bug types. This means the only makes them the only type that does not have a legendary Pokemon. I guess Genesect doesn't count because it's a mythical, so yeah. Because it's a steel bug type, right? Genesect. Genesect, the bug steel type Pokemon. Pokemon Genesect has 4 other forms, which insert your drive and the cannon back. Dash Drive, Shock Drive, Burn Drive, Chill Drive. Yeah. Let me try a different map. I'm getting a fair bit of cash for this map. Let's set up the wall. Big man up there. Corsola. That's not bad. And Corsola. Yeah, it's pretty good. Check out what's Corsola like over here. And not that good actually. Go there. Charizard can go there. Tangrowth, perfect for right here. Yeah, it's pretty better range. Lycanroc, you can go in the grass, so that's fine. Grumpig. Actually, Grumpig going there, Lycanroc, back. You still get double damage, so. Yeah, you gotta see how good Aggron is right now. Although stacking up with Corsola, it's not even. But yeah, cause insane too loud. Artificial Pokemon was derived from a fossil technologically enhanced by Team Plasma to create the most powerful Pokemon ever. And had the project cancelled and the P2 laboratory closed because you felt that Pokemon we thought perfect beings would lose their beauty and modified by science. However, scientists Dudley kept working on it, and angry that M denied its talent, scientists reconstructed Genesect and sold the cat on its back. According to a hike at Ambrett's town's fossil lab, there was a room of Genesect can be found in a glittering cave. I hope we get to see the actual fossil Pokemon of Genesect, because it's supposed to be a bug type, not wait, Kabutops. Kabutops is rock water, right? Yeah. So it's not. People would think it's a Kabutops. Actually know what it was supposed to be. Anyway, what do we got next? Hilarious examples of Pokemon logic that make no sense. Oh, nice, Mo. Video's nearly ready. It's got 8 minutes left. Anyway, armed and dangerous. Has no arms, learns Ice Punch. Yeah, Ghastly can learn Ice Punch that doesn't have arms. Whereas, Kyurem White and Black, specifically Kyurem Black, has arms made of ice and can't learn Ice Punch. So, yeah, fused versions. The fused versions of Kyurem can't learn Ice Punch. For some reason. Don't know why. Critically panned. Yeah. Jesse's able to stop a Dragonite capable of flying at 1,556 miles per hour with a frying pan. Yeah. Dragonite can move at the speed of sound. So I'm assuming that speed is the speed of sound. I don't know what speed of sound is. But yeah. Let me see, Dragonite flight speed. Flight supersonic speed. 2,500 kilometers per hour or 1,506 miles. Faster than speed of sound despite its bulky build. Able to circle the Earth in just 16 hours. Pretty impressive. Lore versus the game. The lore highlights its supersonic flight, while its base speed stat in the game is moderate. A common discrepancy in Pokemon lore. Yeah, it's like that for a few things. I know there's like a defensive stat on some Pokemons that make no fucking sense. There's a few different stats that make absolutely no sense. Bushes and roadblock. Bushes are roadblocks, yeah. The good old tree in the way. Where you can just walk through trees and bushes if you really want to. You just power through them. It's a bush. Yeah. No effect. Marowak using Boomerang. Yeah. Okay, well, we can't see the image, but the image is a Marowak fighting a Noctowl. It throws its bone, hits the Noctowl in the face, and does nothing because it's a ground type attack against the flying type. Yeah, the classic Zubat holding Squirtle. It doesn't have any way to actually hold it up. In the opening intro for Pokemon, the first, yeah, the OG Pokemon, Squirtle is being flown around by Zubat, Pikachu's riding atop of Pidgeot, and Butterfree is holding up Bulbasaur. Yeah, questionable how Zubat's able to hold up Squirtle. It's also like double its weight. Or its Squirtle probably weighs like 5 times what a Zubat does. Let's see. Zubat weight. Zubat weighs 7.5 kilos. Wow, that's actually bigger than I expected. Squirtle weight. Squirtle weighs 9 kilos. So, yeah. 1.5 kilos heavier. Pretty sure it wouldn't be able to use its wings to fly double its weight. Oh, well, yeah, adding like 9 kilos to it. Bulbasaur and Butterfree are also a questionable combo. From eggs. We hatch out, more eggs come. Yeah, okay, so hatching execute out of an egg. It's got 6 eggs stacked inside of an egg. Yeah. Something in those water bottles. Scientifically crafted Pokemon medicine adds 20 health. Regular bottle of water adds 50 health. Yeah. Bottomless bag. This bag can fit a bike and a fishing rod in it. Yeah, I mean, it has to. Come on. Your backpack, you can't fit a bicycle in yours? Really, they all go into smaller versions. It's like Dragon Ball. Like Dragon Ball with the capsules. Yeah. Alakazam has an IQ of 5,000, can only learn 4 moves at a time. Evolutions that make sense. Yeah, I always thought that. Venonat evolving into Butterfree looks like it makes way more sense. Like, mostly because of the eyes and the color. Taurus evolving into Bouffalant. That would have made sense too, like, Bouffalant doesn't evolve, it doesn't have any pre-evolutions. They could have just made Taurus evolve into Bouffalant. Would have been cool. Yeah, Lovedisk not evolving into Lomomomola makes... I honestly saw when that Pokemon came out initially, I thought, oh, it's an evolution for Lovedisk. Sick. Maybe it'll be decent. No, they've got nothing to do with each other. And Remoraid evolving into Octillery, yeah, well. Fish evolving into an octopus, what's wrong with that? Oh yeah, walking around tall grass and Charizard shows up. Yeah, tall grass and you have just a giant Earthquake, super effective. Yeah, the flightless bird, Dojo. Yeah. Yeah. Don't ever underestimate a 10-year-old. So God of all creation can be slayed by a 10-year-old. Good old Arceus. We don't catch Arceus as a 10-year-old. Flying lessons a wild Pidgey. No fly, alright. Now I can fly anywhere. Let's go Pidgey. Yeah, well, Pidgey's too small. You can't. Pidgey fly. Come on. Pokemon logic. Yeah, dragon, not a dragon. Oh, what a Brava, a dragon? I didn't think it became a dragon type until. I don't know, it was ground dragon, okay. Fair enough. Charizard isn't. Well, that's for balance. Ooh. Yeah. Grass types being super effective on rock and ground types is interesting. Mostly the rock type. But I mean, plants have grown through like concrete and stuff, so. Minimum age requirement here, have a fire breathing wizard. More Pokemon than people. Largest city in the Pokemon. Population 63. Yeah, well, that's just in the game. In the anime, you can see that cities are way bigger than what they are in the anime. But, well, sorry, in the games. So, I mean, it makes more sense when it's like that. There's also, you know, limitations on how big those games can be. Even if they wanted to make them a lot bigger, like the maps bigger, they couldn't. There's only so much they can put in the game files. They even missed out on some things like for Alligator. It was originally supposed to be spelled like Gator with like O-R or E-R. But they had to get rid of a vowel to be able to make it fit. Because back in the day, there was a limit of characters on Pokemon names, so they had to change it to make for Alligator fit. How many letters is for Alligator? Oh yeah, it's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Abominable is 4, 6, 8, 10, 11. 12. Okay, yeah, abominable has 12 letters. And it would have had 11, it would have been close. So originally, you only have 10 letters. Yeah. My mother sleeps in the kitchen in OG Pokemon games. Because there's no other rooms. Passive aggressive. Joy. If I see you again. Yeah, Nurse Joy basically says, I hope your Pokemon get the shit beaten out of them. So you can come back and heal them again. It's about the journey, not the destination. 20 episodes. The ash to get from spot to another, yeah. Like a puppy, you give me a gym, follows you for 12 seconds. Brock, 12 seconds. One time, so Pokeball gets thrown, Pokeball knocks it away. I guess I'll die, yeah, okay. It does suck that you can't reuse Pokeballs, but, you know. I guess if it goes into it and it breaks out, I guess then that makes sense, because they've broken the Pokeball. As long as they don't move, poison won't hurt you. Yeah, poison. Lemons are expensive, free healthcare. $350 lemonade. Well, it's 350 yen, or Poké dollars, but essentially it's yen, which would be like $3.50, so incorrect on this one, ranker.com. Gary was pretty smooth. Cheerleading team and a Corvette at the age of 10. Yeah. Yeah, that never quite added up, did it? yeah, Giratina, basically the devil. Pokemon, and it obeys you, so yeah. As a 10-year-old, Pokemon physics, Pokemon blocks your path, bit of bullets, that's science. So difficult now. Evolving a Pokemon back then, level up using stones, trading. Evolving some Pokemon now during a Friday at 5:55 AM on top of the Eiffel Tower when it's raining to a 20 jumping jacks or screaming into your Nintendo Switch. Is being held upside down with one hand while simultaneously eating 5 slices of pizza with your other hand when your Pokemon is exactly 2 HP. Yeah. Yeah, evolving some Pokemon now is kind of crazy. Like, I mean, the Malamar one is pretty cool. You just gotta hold it upside down. I didn't realize that because I never tried to evolve one in, back in the day. You used to have to hold, in, Pokemon X and Y. You used to have to hold your, Nintendo 3DS I had at the time. Yeah, you used to have to hold it upside down to be able to get it to evolve. I didn't know that. And I went to evolve one on Pokemon Go, and was wondering, I was like, why won't it evolve? You know, I had to hold my phone upside down. Yeah, Gimmighoul, evolving Gimmighoul sucks ass. You gotta like grind and go and get a bunch of coins to be able to get it. Pain in the ass. But yeah, there's some pain in the ass ones. 15 evolutions are so weird that they defy logic. Remoraid to Octillery, it's kind of obvious. Clamperl into Hunter and Goribus. Why does a clam evolve into 2 eels? Nobody knows. Well, that's just what happens with Clamperl. When Clamperl evolves into Hunter or Goribus. Yeah. Dragonair into Dragonite, yeah. A little slimy snake into a big fat dragon. Feebas into Milotic. Oh, that's the ugly duckling sort of thing. Shelmet and Carablast to Excavalier and Excelgor. Yeah, pretty big changes. Oh yeah, because they go like opposites, but that's a part of them, like, because you gotta trade to evolve, so Carablast takes Shelmet's armor and turns into Excavalier, and then Excelgor, without its armor, evolves and becomes Excelgor, so yeah. I mean, it makes sense if you look at it like that, I guess. Pokedex basically says it doesn't know how it happens for trades. Cosmog to Solgaleo. Yeah, well, I thought about evolutionary lines that make no sense. First is the fact that Cosmion weighs 2,204 pounds, somehow gets down to 0.2 ounces when it evolves to Cosmog. Where's all that mass going? That's too possible. Oh, it's about like stars and stuff. Sure, it's hard to get. Cosmion, Cosmog, yeah. Graveler to Golem. A Geodude and Graveler living rocks. That's it. That's all there is to him. Meanwhile, Golem is a reptilian creature surrounded by a rock-like shell. Where did that flesh come from? Maybe it's just like... Maybe it was just covered in the rocks the whole time, you know? Why you gotta question so much shit? Venonat and Venomoth, yeah. Its name implies Venomoth is a moth that evolves from a Venonat, which is based on either a flea or a venomous caterpillar. If it's the former, it makes no sense for Venonat to become a moth. If it's the latter, moths are a possibility, but there would need to be a cocoon stage. There isn't. Even weirder, Venomoth looks like a heck of a lot like Caterpie. Pokemon that does not evolve from Pokemon that does have a cocoon stage. Caterpie's final evolution Butterfree, which looks a lot like Venonat. For this reason, many people think that Venonat was supposed to evolve from Metapod, or was swapped with Butterfree last minute. Well, that's always possible. Poliwhirl to Politoed and Poliwrath. Poliwrath is an overgrown tadpole. His anger is understandable given the fact that it never gets to reach its adult form. Why does it stay a tadpole forever? And why is it so buff? Politoed's evolution does make sense biologically. Tadpole actually frogs and toads, but from a visual standpoint, it just looks out of place. Yeah, I guess so. I don't think Poliwrath isn't it supposed to be like a toad? Or whatever, I don't know. Carvanha to Sharpedo. Fish into a shark. Well, Piranha into a shark, I guess. Aggressive, but there's little else linking the South African freshwater fish and species almost farm variations in the oceans all over the world, but for some reason Carvanha other than Sharpedo cares about species consistently. Oh well. I don't know. Who cares? One small aggressive fish into one big aggressive fish. Shuffle to Banette. Banette is created when abandoned toys get angry and seek out revenge. Meanwhile, its pre-evolution Shuffle is a ghostly Terrorbozo dog. It's around negative emotions to chow down on. Pokedex said that Shuffle possessed a resentful toy, causing it to become Banette. The whole thing could work, but Shuffle didn't do that as much as disappear since this happened. Inanimate toy, Shuffle. Whole thing is inches away from being logical, but it falls apart at the end. Okay, well. Lanoon to Obstagoon. Transition from Galarian to Obstagoon makes sense. All of them, but when you look at them. Okay, the transition from Galarian Lanoon to Obstagoon makes sense if all you do is look at them. Alright, let me come back to that. Let me set up the next map. 70. I mean, there's 70 on both. Let's go there and there. Would somewhere else? Maybe there actually. Yeah. That one's pretty. Yeah, that's pretty good. The wall has returned. Right at the front there, Charizard. The old Zard can go up there. Staraptor. Tangrowth is good here. Lycanroc is good there. Trumpig is good there. What I might actually do, I don't think Staraptor is going to be this good in this map. So I'm going to remove it from the team. Bring back my boy. Oh wait, yeah, my lad, Octillery. Look at that goddamn range. That's pretty damn good. Yeah, Almastar's good, but its range isn't great. I don't know how good it's going to be here, so... Let's see how far we get. With Aggron there, Charizard. I could get rid of the Zard, but... I like Charizard, so keep Charizard. Anyway, let's get back to some more facts. Lanoon to Obstagoon. Transition from Galarian and Lanoon to Obstagoon makes sense if all you do is look at them, but when you look at the reason it evolves, the logic falls apart. Pokedex states the Obstagoon that Obstagoon evolves after Galarian Lanoon faces multiple hardships in the rough and tumble Galar region. But this doesn't happen to Lanoon, who aren't originally from Galar. Even if they travel to Galar and face those same obstacles, what's more, non-Galarian Lanoon won't turn into Obstagoon, no matter how hard their life in another region might be. Makes sense for game mechanic reasons. Obstagoon didn't exist when Lanoon was first created, but the logic is pretty shaky when it comes to in-game lore. It's fine already. Yeah, I think I downloaded, right? What happened? No. Good champ, you prick. You'd already rendered, why are we not downloaded? Don't tell me I gotta render you again. What do you mean I didn't match the originals? They are the originals. Middle outro. Nope. Working now. And what did I download? I didn't even download somewhere else. Fuck. Are you kidding me? I have to export the whole fucking thing again. It's like an hour and a half of motherfucker. Oh, that's frustrating. Anyway, Yeah, glaring Lanoon. They're different. It'd be cool if they made like a normal version of Lanoon. Like Lanoon, your OG Lanoon and evolution, or like a different version of Articuno or something. That'd be cool. Slowpoke is Slowbro and Slowking. When Shelter bites a Slowpoke on the tail, it evolves into Slowbro. Shelter bites on its head and is Slowking. It gets a massive boost to its intelligence thanks to its brain being bathed in poison. First thing that's weird about that is a grey creature clamped to these Pokemon looks nothing whatsoever like Shelter. Wow, it evolves, so it changes. Pokemon with a small purple shell and large grey eyes. The second is that it apparently devolves as soon as the Shelter leaves. This might make sense for Slowbro since the change isn't that drastic, but Slowking's brain function has been totally reworked. If nothing else, you'd think it would take some time for it to change back. Yes. And maybe the poison is like constantly going to its head, and if as soon as it loses it, it just reverts. Anyway, Cubone to Marowak. Visually speaking, the transformation from Cubone to Marowak is seamless. Marowak really does look like an older Cubone, but visuals aren't all that matters here. The Pokédex says a Cubone evolves in Marowak when it stops grieving over its deceased mother in game. Cubone evolves at level 28. Yeah, I don't think happiness was an evolution trait back in the day, but back in because Gen 1 it wouldn't have existed. I don't think happiness was a measure back then. Otherwise, then if Cubone was a Gen 2 Pokemon, because that's when happiness came in, I think. Was happiness? Let me double check. Traits in Gen 1 Pokemon. Happiness or friendship was not a general mechanic for all Pokemon in the original Gen 1. However, the concept was introduced in Pokemon Yellow for Pikachu. Yeah, so it didn't exist in Gen 1. No friendship evolutions. So they didn't need it. It was in Pokemon Yellow. That was just for Pikachu. It'd follow you around. Its happiness could be checked by talking to it. Show higher affection if it liked you, but this did not affect evolutions or moves in the same way it did in later generations. So, if Cubone had been brought out later on, maybe it would have been given a happiness evolution, which makes sense. Plus, every single Cubone that reaches level 28 has a mum that's kicked to the bucket. That's completely unreasonable as a defining feature of the species. Well, shut up. Maybe it's not. Makes sense. That one's not that wild. Most people it has 179 upvotes, 907 downvotes. Yeah, that's because Gen 1 didn't have happiness. It evolved that way, which does make sense with the lore, but it didn't exist back then, so yeah. I was muted, but that doesn't really matter. Anyway, I was just about to talk about corgis. The huge murder bees. You know how bees and wasps are terrible despite their small size? Meet Beedrill, a 60-pound hornet. According to the Pokedex, they travel in swarms. Imagine, if you will, a cloud of dog-sized bees. What a world to live in. Isn't Beedrill a bee? Not a hornet? Is Beedrill a hornet? No, Beedrill isn't a real hornet. It's a Pokemon based on bees, wasps, and hornets, officially called the poison bee Pokemon. But its aggressive nature and its wasp-like design, slender body, make it more like a hornet or wasp in behavior and appearance than a typical bee, despite its name. Design and behavior has features of wasps and hornets. It's known as a poison bee Pokemon, so they are wrong. Good job, Ranker.com, whoever wrote this article. Okay, it was written in 2018, so okay. Murder bees, yeah. 60-pound bee. Size of dogs, yeah, okay. Yeah, all of the ghost Pokemon. Just all of them. Ghosts are real in the Pokeverse, and they are out to get wandering trainers. Whether it's mischievous, who wants to eat a trainer's emotions, or Gorgeist, who wants to eat a trainer's flesh. It's imperative to keep an eye on the shadows in the wild world of Pokemon, because the moment you don't, that's when they get you. Yeah, some of the lore behind different ghost Pokemon is kind of wild. About them like taking Drifloon and Drifloon are probably two of the scariest to take kids in the night. A bit sus on their part. Almost as bad as Typhlosion getting freaky. Cosmic horrors. Cosmic horror is a general term to describe the kind of fright you get when you realize that the universe doesn't care about you even one bit. A Pokemon out there with truly terrifying implications. Whether it's a ghost type that raises questions about what becomes of us after death, or something like Yveltal, the Pokedex entry that suggests he's the load-bearing beam of all life. In the Pokeverse, you are just a small, insignificant piece of a cosmic game. Yeah, you can also capture it and use it to battle. I kind of want to know what Yveltal's lore is. Why is it not telling us? The mad scientists, yeah, experimenting. Pokemon is full of enough awful experiments to give any ethical scientist a heart attack. Whether it's cloning sentient, hyper-intelligent Pokemon like Mewtwo, or creating life in computers like Porygon. Pokeverse is full of scientists who are too busy asking if they can without even considering whether or not they should. Yeah, Pokemon scientists are kind of wild. Not gonna lie. Sea monsters. Yeah, it's some pretty crazy sea monsters. A lot of the creepiness of the Pokeverse comes from the fact that the setting is full of carnivorous hell beasts the size of school buses, lurking around every corner and below the surface of every body of water. The ocean in our own world is already dangerous, but if surfing is to be believed in the Pokemon games, it's impossible to make a few meters in the water before being attacked by a giant jellyfish. Yeah, the tentacles are fucking everywhere. Sprig or Repel, you'll be fine. The arsonist animals. Yeah, there are a lot of Pokemon that either breathe fire or are literally on fire. A bunch of them, like Fletchner, actually live in places that seem to be full of flammable things, like residential homes. This raises the question, how busy are the fire departments in the different regions? Well, that's probably why there's more water-type Pokemon than fire-type Pokemon. This raises the question, how busy are the fire departments? If a fire can be started by a lizard with a flame tail just by walking through town, how can firefighters even begin to keep up with the blaze? Well, everyone should have a water-type Pokemon on them. Let's be honest, if you're a trainer and you don't have a water-type Pokemon, what are you doing? The homeless kids with superpowered pets. Yeah. Abandon your kid just down the world. You have no father and your mother has abandoned you. You also have a pet that can kill things with its mind. Would you use these powers responsibly? Or would the world would only be made worse by letting people have pets of mass destruction? Well, you know what? Pokemon world is full of good people. Because it's imaginary. Living pollution. Pokemon like Grimer, Muck, and Trubbish are living creatures formed from humanity's refuse. Okay. Really let that wash over you. Every time... I think it's supposed to be rubbish, but okay. Every time you throw away a piece of trash, there's a chance it could get up and walk right off to live a life of its own. It's very unwelcome. So, here's hoping you didn't throw out anything incriminating. Okay. Yeah. Like real Trubbish, could have some gross stuff in it. 40-pound rats, yeah. Eradicate's massive. Rats are terrifying, intelligent omnivores. New York City, which has a bit of a rat problem. Swarms of rats are attacking cats and small dogs when they get a chance. There's nothing compared to the 40-pound rats the Pokeverse has to deal with. Pokemon like Raticate represent a truly nightmarish reality. A vicious, angry rat the size of a small child. Yeah. Insanely powerful legendary Pokemon. Oh shit, I'm at the dying. There's some cash. I'm cashed up right now. Octillery. Let's make you stronger. I don't like Rock was doing pretty good then. 100% crits always nice. You attack even faster, damn. Pretty good. I guess I level the tank growth up a bit. Alright, well, let's auto. Keep it going. Pokemon, like most animals in real life, are generally pretty mild-mannered, unless they are bothered by an outside source. Problem is, Pokemon universe, there are villains that seek to use and abuse the most powerful Pokemon existing. These legendary birds have control of land, seas, and the air, as well as time and space. Well, legendary Pokemon have control of land, yeah. They could throw a fit and bring about unbelievable amounts of devastation. And as the world of Pokemon grows and develops, so does the number of these all-powerful Pokemon monsters. Yeah, well, that's why there's 10-year-olds fighting all the bad guys. They're never gonna win. Got too many 10-year-olds running around with legendary Pokemon. So it's fine. Organized crime, yeah, there's always some... Well, they've gone away from that in recent Pokemon games. Like, when was the last time there was an actual organized crime unit? Like, I don't know, Gen 6 kind of... Who's Gen 7 was Sun and Moon, right? Yeah, they went away from it, Sun and Moon. They were just like... They weren't even really bad guys. They were just like a gang. A group of hoodlums. Spray painting stuff. And then in Gen 8, you had just a rowdy bunch of supporters. And then in Gen 9, you've got some miscreant students. This is about it. Haven't really had any evil organizations for a while. Gen 6 would have been X and Y. Had, what were they called? Team Red or Team something. They were bad guys, I guess. I don't really remember how that game ended, to be honest. It's been a while since I've played it. And they weren't exactly resurrected in this last one. ZA. Still gotta finish that, by the way. Maybe I can play that, but yeah, organized crime in Pokemon. They haven't really been around for much. Every Pokemon game features criminal organization bent on all manner of nefarious activity. Not all of them. Ranging from stealing Pokemon straight up destroying the world. Yeah, that's become more of a became more of a theme the further we got into generations. Some of them even come frightening close to the latter, frequently with which these teams show up suggests that the Pokeverse is a bit of an organized crime problem. Might even need its own equivalent of gangland. I don't know. Is that a show? The feudal system? Who's in charge of the different towns? Anyone who's played through each of the Pokemon games can tell you things get tough, people turn to the gym leader. It seems the Pokeverse operates on some sort of neo-feudal system where the people with the mightiest Pokemon make the rules. Yeah, it does kind of seem like, well, at least in some of them, that like the champions that kind of oversee the whole country. Civil engineering nightmare. Have you ever thought about what an adventure it is walking between towns in Pokemon? Some of the towns are separated by mountains, tundra, oceans, and other impassable terrain. It raises one big question: how do people in these towns even begin to keep in touch with each other? How could the region possibly sustain itself economically? I don't know. Why are you questioning so many things in a video game? Okay, well that's the last of it. 15 unsolved Pokemon mysteries that continue to baffle fans. A rich history of the entire Pokemon universe. Alright. Let's look at some unsolved mysteries. Who is Ash's father? Yeah, that's... Ash Ketchum was raised by a single mother, Delia, or Delia. While he does apparently have a father, pretty much nothing about him is known except the fact that he left Pallet Town to go on a Pokemon journey, according to Delia. Delia? Yeah. He's still on said journey along with Ash's grandfather. Yeah. I didn't actually know about Ash's grandfather. Fans have speculated that Ash's dad could be somebody from Giovanni to Mr. Mime, but no concrete information has represented itself so far. In a commentary from the Spell of the Unknown, the producers hinted that they'd be revealing something about Ash's dad in Season 5, but that never happened. Yeah. Why is Kangaskhan born with its baby? You hatch Kangaskhan, you're not just hatching one, you're hatching Pokemon, you're hatching a fully grown Kangaskhan and its baby, who's nestled securely in its pouch. That's just kind of... it's just part of it being Kangaskhan. What happened to the non-Pokemon animals? Yeah, in the world of Pokemon, non-Pokemon animals do appear from time to time. Often this is through indirect reference. Pikachu is called the mouse Pokemon, which implies that mice either currently exist or did exist at some point. It's far from the only example, however actual non-Pokemon animals also just straight up appear in the anime. In manga, as new Pokemon who resemble a wider range of real animals are created. Real animals appear less and less often. Maybe they're evolving. We could just conclude that real animals exist alongside Pokemon, except for this. Takeshi Shudo, one of the head writers for the anime, says that every single non-human animal went extinct at some point. Pokemon took their place. He chalks up the appearances of real animals in the anime to mistakes on the animator's parts. If this is true, what kind of earth-shatteringly destructive thing happened to wipe out every single species on Earth, except for humans and whatever proto-Pokemon existed at the time? Alluding to one of the most massive events in the history of the world, but no further details are given. Well, I mean, there's been some catastrophic events in the Pokemon world before that we find out some lore about, but there is many very powerful Pokemon that could affect the entire universe, including Arceus. There's apparently also a massive war that involved Yveltal and Xerneas. There's a lot of stuff, like Lieutenant Surge kind of gives away that he was a lieutenant, which means that there was an army, and you only need an army if there was a battle, so at some point there was a more recent Pokemon war of some kind. Are all Cubones really wearing their mother's skulls? Nearly every Pokedex entry on Cubone states that it's wearing its mother's skull. Some also bring up the fact that coming to terms with its mother's passing is what triggers its evolution to Marowak. Pokedex entries, species descriptions, they aren't about individuals. This means that every single Cubone is wearing its mother's skull? ? Clearly this brings up some logistical issues. Why would their mothers always die? If it were after giving birth, they wouldn't be around long enough to form bonds. So that's not it. Oh yeah, having the skull before it's in, yeah, that's gonna... Well, I mean, I've seen people animate some videos where there's like a baby Cubone. Some have hypothesized that a Cubone is actually a baby Kangaskhan, which would mean that it only becomes a Cubone if it does lose its mother. But then why its mother Marowak? And yeah, not everything made sense. What was Lieutenant Surgeon? I was just talking about this. Lieutenant Surge, the gym leader who oversees a Vermilion gym, once said this: "Tell you kid, electric Pokemon saved me during the war." This, along with the fact that he was apparently a lieutenant, implies that at some point before Red and Blue timeline, there was a war. Well, we know there was a war in the Kalos region, but that was supposed to be thousands of years ago. At some point before Red and Blue timeline, fans have theorized about what the nature of the war might have been, and have even used the war to explain why there are so few adults in the series. While theories around there isn't any concrete info about what the war entails. Maybe that's where Ash's dad was. He died in the war. What are limits on eating Pokemon? From Chansey eggs to Slowpoke tails, we know that some Pokemon are in fact eaten by humans. The question is, what are the limits? Are there a few select Pokemon who are okay to eat? Are there others who are off limits? That would be reasonable considering how things work with animals in the real world. For example, in the USA, it's usually acceptable to eat cows, chickens, and pigs, but it's taboo to eat things like horses, cats, and dogs. Of course, this varies by culture. For example, in parts of India, eating cows is taboo or even illegal. And both kosher and halal diets forbid eating pigs. Meanwhile, horse meat is an integral part of the Kazakh cuisine. So what about the world of Pokemon? To go to eat a Pikachu in one country but not in another? We don't expect a full account of every single Pokemon here, but a few more guidelines would be nice. Well, I mean, I would assume that the fish Pokemon you can eat. What happens when another Pokemon eliminates? Well, a Pokemon eliminates the other. Though it's incredibly rare for one. You would actually lose their lives in the Pokemon world. Realistically speaking, some Pokemon battles are going to end in tragedy. Whether Charmander's tail being put out during a fight against a water Pokemon or a Spritzee being crushed under a Snorlax. Okay. Battle injuries have physical consequences that can't necessarily be healed with Pokemon Center. At least this is true in the anime and manga. The games are a little more reliant on specific game mechanics, so what are the consequences when this happens? It's not like trying to expect to shout the money for the compensation. Can the Pokemon itself be prosecuted, or could they be put down? Now, the way some animals that are deemed too dangerous in the real world, no, I would say it would all be chalked up to accident. Why do they only say their own names? Yeah, to communicate Pokemon to say their names of the species. It came from OLM. Studio that created the Pokemon anime. At first, Game Freak wasn't in love with the idea, but they were persuaded after hearing Pikachu's voice actress Ikue Atani sounding exceptionally adorable saying Pikachu's name. So that's the meta reason, but what's the canon reason? There doesn't seem to be one, and if you think too hard about it, it starts to seem pretty weird. Why does every Pokemon, including those who are, say, giant sentient trash bags, have the vocal cords required for human-like speech? Were they named after their vocalizations, or did Vulpix start saying Vulpix when humans dubbed them Vulpix? Why is it so easy for them to change what they say when they evolve? So many questions. Yeah, well, yeah, like I said, don't look too far into it. How is Kadabra once a human boy if it evolves from an Avra? Several of Kadabra's Pokedex entries allude to Kadabra having once been a human boy. In Pokemon Fire Red, it says it happened one morning. A boy with extrasensory powers awoke in bed, transformed into Kadabra. From Emerald said, it's rumored that a boy with psychic abilities suddenly transformed into a Kadabra while he was assisting research into extrasensory powers. Problem is that with this is that Kadabra evolves from Abra. Abra isn't a psychic human, Abra is a Pokemon, so how is this possible? Perhaps it really is just a rumor. Well, it's like the chicken or the egg. Maybe that boy turned into a Kadabra, and then maybe it happened multiple times. And then Kadabra made other ones. Maybe it happened to a girl as well. They were able to procreate and make eggs. Well, we don't know how Pokemon make their eggs. It's a forever mystery. We all know, but they can't say in the anime because it's for kids. Or the games, because games are for kids. But you know. Can all Pokemon learn to speak? Though it's not at all common, it's possible for Pokemon to use human speech. Most well-known example is Meowth, to teach himself to use human language. In order to impress a Meowth and Meowth classic episode. Other Pokemon can communicate through telepathy. Why am I salivating so much? Possession and other means. These tend to be ghost types or legendary Pokemon, likely psychics. Likely wouldn't be possible for Pokemon without telepathic abilities to suddenly be able to communicate in that manner. But Meowth is a normal type Pokemon, who isn't much different from a house cat. Was there something special about Meowth, or could any Pokemon learn to use human speech if they choose to? Be cool if they would. Well, maybe. Why do they understand each other and humans? Alright, I'm going with that one. You know, it's like other animals talking to each other. How do they communicate? Same thing. Like, how does my cat? Well, when he chooses to. You know what food means, don't you? Yeah, you just yeah, he knows what food is. Some type of advantages, disadvantages are a little confusing. One of the key mechanics in the Pokemon world are type advantages and disadvantages. When playing the games, keeping these matchups in mind can make battles run a lot more smoothly, but not all of them make sense. Some of them are obvious, like fire being weak against water. Others a little bit harder to pass. Okay. Like steel being weak against fighting types, psychic being strong against poison. While creative thinkers can probably come up with explanations for even the strangest matchups. It'd be nice to know what the creators had in mind. Well, yeah, because like, you know, mind over how to make the cure for poison, I guess. I don't know. It's the only logical thing I can come up with. Seriously, do teenagers in Pokemon go to school? Yeah, some of them do. Has been shown in a more recent one that plenty of kids go to school. How do some Pokemon gain sentience? What happened to Gary's Eradicate? Is it Eradicate? 20, whichever you started with. Next time you see Gary in Lavender Town, Pokemon his Eradicate has been replaced with level 23 Gyarados and level 22 Growl. So what happened to Eradicate? Well, I just got put in a friggin' box. This pressing explanation is that he simply put his Eradicate in the box, much like the player does, but some theorize that Eradicate actually passed away and Gary is in the Pokemon Tower graveyard for deceased Pokemon to pay their respects. Oh yeah, I guess that makes sense, but... Insanely dirty jokes of Pokemon you definitely missed as a kid. 20 darkest moments in the Pokemon anime. 15 years. Future. Weirdest photos. I don't want to see that. Pokemon super fans. Got a Pokeball. Saddest, most gut-wrenching Pokemon. Yeah. Best Pokemon video games ranked. Oh, this is going to be controversial. Yeah, if you haven't realized, I'm just going through Pokemon ranker things. Pokemon Heart Gold and Soul Silver on Ranker.com has been voted as the number 1. It's up there for me, probably top 3, maybe, although these recent ones might shake it up a bit. Platinum should be number 1. For most people that I have seen rank their top, it's always Pokemon Platinum. But Soul Silver, Heart Gold are really good. Let me try it. No, let me set up a different map.